We continue now at the top of Daf Yomi Mesechet Yoma. This is Yoma Daf 12b. On the previous Amud, the Gemara had asked, how are we mechanech the Kohen Gadol into the position on Yom Kippur? Let's say the first Kohen Gadol becomes pasul. We have to be mechanech a new Kohen into the position of Kohen Gadol. How can we do that if the garments the Kohen Gadol wears on Yom Kippur are the same garments a regular Kohen wears all year? So Rav Papa now answers, avodaso mechanchaso. Just doing the avod of Yom Kippur, that is mechanech the person into the position of Kohen Gadol. Rashi over here says, avodaso mechanchaso avodas Yom Kippurim atzma she'ena kshera ela b'Kohen Gadol. The avod of Yom Kippurim, since it is only kosher with a Kohen Gadol, v'zeh ovda, and this is the guy doing it, mechanchaso lekula gadola. That action itself is mechanech the person to be the Kohen Gadol. And the Gemara says, Milo Tanya, did we not learn in a Brisa? Kol hakelim she'asa Moshe, all the kelim that Moshe Rabbeinu made for the Mishkan, Meshichasan Mikadshasan. The Meshicha, the anointing them with the oil, that's what sanctified them. Mikan va'elech, but from then forward, Avodasan Mechanchasan, it was the avodah that you did with the kelim, that was mechanech them. Hachenami, so too over here, Avodasan Mechanchaso, so too over here, it's the avodah that this particular Kohen does on Yom Kippur, that's mechanech him into the Kuna Gedola. Rashi over here says, Meshichasan Mikadshasan, Kedechsiv vayimshachem vayikadesh osam, that's what it says. Moshe Rabbeinu anointed them with oil, that's how they became holy. Mikan v'elach lo nimshachu kelim chadashim shenashem sham kidamrim Meseches Shvuah so sam Meshicha. It says only those were done with Meshicha, the other ones were done with the avoda, and the same thing again is with this particular Kohen. And the Gemara continues, Kiyasa Rav Dimi Amar, when Rav Dimi came, he said, Avneito shel Kohen Hedyot, when it comes to the Avneit of the Kohen Hedyot, Rebbe v'Rebbe Lazar b'Rebbe Shimon. That's a machlokus between Rebbe and Rebbe Lazar b'Rebbe Shimon. Chad Amar shel Kilayim. One opinion says it was made out of Kilayim. In other words, when it comes to the Avneit of a regular Kohen, it's made out of Kilayim. The Chad Amar shel Botes, and the other one says no. When it comes to the Avneit of a regular Kohen, it's made out of linen. The same, according to this opinion, it's the same as the Avneit the Kohen Gadol wore on Yom Kippur. And the Gemara says, Testayim, let us conclude, the Rebbe hu da Amar shel Kilayim, that is Rebbe who holds that it was made out of Kilayim, the Avneit of a regular Kohen. The Tanya, as we learned in a Brisa, Ein bein Kohen Gadol a Kohen Hedyot elo Avneit. There's no difference between a Kohen Gadol and a Kohen Hedyot except for the Avneit. Divrei Rebbe, that's the opinion of Rebbe. Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon Omer, Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon says, Af lo Avneit. Even Avneit is not really a distinction. So the Gemara wants to now understand, what does this Brisa exactly mean? Amos, when are we talking about? Which Avneit of the Kohen Gadol? Inema b'shar yemos hashana. If we're talking about other times during the year, and we're saying there's no distinction between Kohen Gadol and Kohen Hedyot throughout the year except for the Avneit, what are you talking about? Tuva Ika. There's many distinctions between a Kohen Gadol and a Kohen Hedyot throughout the year. Kohen Gadol Meshamish Bishmona. The Kohen Gadol serves with 8 begadim. The Hedyot Be'arba, like we said before, the Hedyot throughout the year has only 4 begadim. So what do you mean only the Avneit is a distinction? El Alav, rather, is it not B'Yom Kippurim? This Brisa is saying there's no difference between a Kohen Gadol and a Kohen Hedyot on Yom Kippur except for the Avneit. That's what Rebbe is saying. And if Rebbe is saying that on Yom Kippur there's such a distinction, it means the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur wears all of linen, and a regular Kohen Hedyot, like we said, is Kilayim. That seems to be Rebbe's opinion. And Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon disagrees. Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon says even a regular Kohen, it's always made out of linen. So the Gemara says, no, maybe that's not the understanding of the Brisa. Amri, they answer as follows, Lo, no, Liolam b'shar yemos hashana. Really, we're talking throughout the year. We're saying there's no difference between a Kohen Gadol and a Kohen Hedyot except for the Avneit throughout the year. Uvahanoch deshaven, and we're saying there's no difference with regards to the garments that are identical. In other words, obviously it's true. A Kohen Gadol wears some identical garments, but we're not talking about those. But with regards to the garments which are identical, there is no difference except, according to Rebbe, with regards to the Avneit. Again, according to that, throughout the year, the Kohen Gadol, it's made out of Kilayim, and Rebbe might then say that it's made out of linen. And the Gemara continues, Kiyasa Ravin, when Ravin came, Amar, he said as follows, Avneito shel Kohen Gadol b'Yom Kippurim, when it comes to the Avneit of the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur, Divrei HaKol shel Botes, that everybody agrees that's made out of linen, that's what we said before. B'shar Yemos Hashana, when it comes to the other times of the year, not Yom Kippur, Divrei HaKol shel Kilayim, everybody agrees that the Avneit of the Kohen Gadol is made of Kilayim. Lo nechleku ela b'avneito shel Kohen Hedyot bein b'shar yemos hashana bein v'yom kippurim. The machlokas tanoim is when you have the avneit of a regular Kohen, whether we're talking about throughout the year, whether we're talking about Yom Kippur, what is it made out of? Sherebbe Omer, again, according to this opinion, Rebbe is the one that says shel kilayim, it's made out of kilayim. For Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon Omer, Rebbe Lazar, Rebbe Shimon says shel botes, it's made out of boats. And Rashi over here says, Kiyasa Ravin, Bain Ravin l'Ravdimi lekamidi. There's no real machlokus between Ravin and Ravdimi. Ela de Ravdimi lo pirish, haiminayu damer shel kilayim, v'haiminayu damer shel bots. Just that Ravdimi didn't say, Rebbe or Rebbe Lozer, which one says which. Which one says it was linen, which one says it was kilayim. That's why we bring a bryce to try to prove it, and we say the bryce is not conclusive. The Ravin perish behedya, but Ravin explains explicitly, Rebbe Omer shel kilayim, that it's Rebbe who says it's made of kilayim, and again, it's Rebbe Lozer, Rebbe Shimon, who says it's made of linen. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak says, Af anon nami tanina. We have a Mishnah that says the exact same thing in terms of the position of Rebbe when it comes to the Kohen Hedyot, what the avnit is made out of. We learned in the Mishnah as follows. It says, Al Besaro, it's talking about the Trumas Hadeshin, the mitzvah to take the ashes off the Mizbeach, so it says he has to wear the clothing on his skin. Ma'atamad Lomer Yilbash. Why does the Pasuk say Yilbash Al Besaro? It already says that he wears it earlier in the Pasuk. Why does it say it twice? Lahavi Mitznefes V'Avneit Laharamas Hadeshin. So the reason is, according to this first opinion in the Mishnah, the reason is that the Pasuk only identifies 2 of the 4 begadim, and we're saying, no, you got to wear all 4 begadim when you do the mitzvah of the Haramas Hadeshin. Divrei Rabbi Yehuda, that's Rabbi Yehuda's opinion. In other words, Rabbi Yehuda says, the Pasuk is teaching us that the Kohen needs to wear all 4 begadim by the Trumas Hadeshin. Rabbi Dosa says, Lavi Big Day Kohen Gadol B'Yom Kippurim. The Chiddush of this Pasuk is to say that the begadim the Kohen Gadol wears on Yom Kippur, Shein Kasherin LaKohen Hedyot, a Kohen Hedyot can use those after Yom Kippur. In other words, those are the same 4 begadim that a Kohen Hedyot uses all year, and therefore he can use those after Yom Kippur. So Rabbi says, Shtei Tshuvas B'Davar. I have 2 arguments against that position. Chada, number 1, the Avneito shel Kohen Gadol b'Yom Kippurim, lo zeh Avneito shel Kohen Hedyot. The Avneit that the Kohen Gadol wears on Yom Kippur is made out of linen. It's not the same as the Avneit that a Kohen wears all year, which is kilayim. This is why it's Afanon Nami Tanina. The Mishnah says clearly that Rebbe holds that the Kohen Hedyot wears an Avneit made of kilayim all year. So it can't be that you're using the same garments the Kohen Gadol uses on Yom Kippur all year for regular Kohen, because it's not the right Avneit. V'yod, and furthermore, Rebbe argues, begadim shenishtamsha behen kedusha chamura, the begadim which are used for such a holy thing on Yom Kippur, teshamish ben kedusha kala, you're going to use it for a light holiness all year round. It can't be that the begadim of Yom Kippur are used by a regular Kohen after Yom Kippur. So rather, Rebbe says, Elamatam and Lomer Yilbash. Why does the pasuk say Yilbash again? It says twice that he wears when he does the Trumas Hadeshin. L'Rabbo says Hashachakin. It comes to include even if you have begadim that are a little worn down, you can use that. You can use that for the Trumas Hadeshin. And the Gemara continues, V'azdo Rabbi Dosa l'taime. Rabbi Dosa also follows his position again. Rabbi Dosa is the one that says that the begadim of a Kohen Gadol Yom Kippur can be used, on Yom Kippur can be used for a Kohen Hedyot all year. Rabbi Dosa follows what he says. The Tanya, as we learned in a Brisa, V'hinicham sham, it says you place them over there. Melamed shetun and Geniza. The first opinion is you have to store it away. You're not supposed to use those begadim anymore after Yom Kippur. Rabbi Dosa says, Shlo yishtamish ben Yom Kippur macher. The pasuk simply means don't use it for another Yom Kippur, but it could be used for other purposes. Namely, it can be used by a regular Kohen in the regular avoda. And the Gemara continues, Tana Rabbanan, we learned in a Brisa, Irabo Psul, let's say the first Kohen Gadol becomes Pasul, Uminu Acher Tachtav, and they appoint a second Kohen as a replacement. The halacha is Rishon Choser Lavodaso. If the first one becomes kosher again, he goes back to being the Kohen Gadol. Sheni, when it comes to the second person, the person who had replaced him, Kol Mitzvahs Kahuna Gadol Olav Divrei Rav Meir. He has to follow all the laws of a Kohen Gadol. He too has to treat himself as if he is a Kohen Gadol. Rabbi Yossi says, Rishon Choser Lavodaso. The first one goes back to being the Kohen Gadol. Sheni, but when it comes to the second one who had served temporarily as the Kohen Gadol, Eino Roi Lo the Kohen Gadol V'lo the Kohen Hedyot. He's not fit to be a Kohen Gadol, and he's not fit to be a Kohen Hedyot. Amar Rabbi Yossi, and Rabbi Yossi says, Ma'isa b'Yosef ben Elam b'Tzipore. There was a story like this with Yosef ben Elam from Tzipore. She'ira bo psul b'Kohen Gadol. Exactly what happened. The first Kohen Gadol became pasul. Uminu tachtav, and they appointed him to be the replacement. V'yamru Chacham, and the Chachamim said, Rishon Choser Lavodaso. The first one goes back to his original position of Kohen Gadol when he becomes fit. Sheni, with regards to the second person, Eino Roi Lo the Kohen Gadol V'lo the Kohen Hedyot. He's not fit to be a Kohen Gadol. He's not fit to be a Kohen Hedyot either. Kohen Gadol Misham Eva, he can't be Kohen Gadol because that's going to cause hatred. Kohen Hedyot, he can't serve as Kohen Hedyot. Misham Malin Bakodesh V'lo Moridim, because you have to go up in Kedusha, you can't go down. Once he served as a Kohen Gadol, he shouldn't go down to be a regular Kohen. Rashi over here says, Mitzvahs kuna gadola olav lo porea v'lo porem v'eno metami l'krovim umuzar al almona umeshamesh b'shmona begadim. These are all various halachas that apply to a Kohen Gadol, and they apply to this individual as well. He's supposed to get regular haircuts, can't become tamei to krovim, just like a Kohen Gadol. He's warned against marrying an almona. He has to serve with the 8 begadim of the Kohen Gadol. All of these halachas that apply to a Kohen Gadol apply to this second Kohen as well. And the other opinion is, Eino roi kolomar eino meshamesh b'mikdash lo b'shmona ka Kohen Gadol v'lo b'arbach ka Kohen Hedyot. He can't serve in the Beis HaMikdash with the 8 begadim of a Kohen Gadol, and he also can't serve like a Kohen Hedyot with the 4 begadim. He can't do either. Again, as the Gemara explained, ma'alin b'kodesh v'lo moridin. He can't be the Kohen Gadol. That's going to cause Ava. That's going to cause hatred. He can't be a regular Kohen because you got to go up in Kedusha. You can't go down. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rabba Bar Bar Chana Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Rabba Bar Bar Chana says in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, and we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Yud Gimel Amud Aleph.